What is going on, everybody? We are back on it for almost the last time. Hunter x Hunter episode 147. We have this and one episode left in over a year journey. It took us just a little bit over a year. We'll be officially done with Hunter x Hunter and moving on to brighter futures and different shows, and we'll close the chapter on this. And what I want you guys to do for this video, in case you're unable to make the live stream. So for episode 148, I'm planning to live stream this Sunday, which I think is the 16th. Yeah, this Sunday, the 16th. I'm not exactly positive on the time just yet. It's going to be in the afternoon for Eastern time at least. I'm thinking it's either going to be 3 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Eastern. You guys kind of sync that up to whatever times might be somewhere between that 3 to 5, somewhere in there. And what I want you guys to do is go ahead and if you have any questions, even if you're going to be in the live stream, it'll just be easier this way than kind of waiting for people to type their questions on Twitch chat. If you have any questions for Hunter x Hunter, anything you want me to answer, my thoughts on anything, character likes, dislikes, plot points, favorite fight, arc, whatever, anything regarding Hunter x Hunter, leave it in the comment section and I will answer every single question in the live stream on Sunday. And if you see somebody ask the similar question as you or that you think you're going to ask, just give it a thumbs up and like it so I'll know kind of which ones are the real important ones. I don't think we'll have like 200 comments or anything crazy like that. I'm sure it'll be like maybe 20 to 30, 40 max, and I'll just answer those accordingly. And yeah, that's for Sunday, and that'll be it. So Monday, starting Monday, this upcoming Monday, the 17th, replacing Hunter x Hunter will be Demon Slayer episode 1. That will go up on Monday, and the new upload will be Demon Slayer Monday, Full Metal Tuesday, Demon Slayer Wednesday, Full Metal Thursday, My Hero Academia on Saturdays, and then I might do Vinland Saga on Patreon on Sundays. And I'm trying to decide when to start the podcast because it looks like you guys really are interested in seeing that, so we're going to get on that. I also have another question. I'll ask this in a later video. If for the podcast, would you just want a video that's audio only? Like you'd want a video that's kind of like this. Hopefully this doesn't mess up anything. How I black this out and you can still hear my audio. Would you want a video like that? And I'll have different images up on the screen, or would you want an actual video? Because when I thought about it, I was like, oh, podcast, it'll just be audio, I'll put some images up on the screen of the topics that we might be talking about and change images kind of as the video goes. But maybe you guys would want like a video, an actual video of me, of somebody else. It just depends. Like if people that I try to get on the podcast, they actually want to be on camera and want to be on, YouTube and things like that. But I'll address that before I start my first podcast episode. Coming off the last episode, Gon finally met Ging. We finally found out how Killua kind of works his way around the rule system and all that kind of stuff. And I had a lot of you guys tell me, pretty much the comments all kind of addressed the same thing, so I'm not going to go over too many of them. The reason Killua can command Iluka because he's the only one that's ever cared for her, and they care for each other. So he doesn't have to fulfill any request. He could just straight up give her commands and make wishes, and he doesn't have to bypass any. He doesn't have to go around or do anything or fulfill any requirements or conditions. And like Illumi said, if he wanted to be, Killua is damn near invincible. As long as Iluka's by his side. If he's ever going to get attacked or think he might be in danger, he could teleport himself somewhere, teleport like he did with Illumi, an attacker somewhere. I'm not sure the extent. I mean, you guys kind of let me know that she can grant anything. Could she grant Killua immortality, heal any kind of age? If he starts aging and gets really old and has sickness, can she revert him back to his prime? Anything like that? I'm not sure, but you guys have told me she can do anything. And then just still a lot of back and forth on do we think Iluka in the wishes and all that was planned ahead of time? Or was she a plot point to make sure at the end of the day the main character isn't dead or crippled for the rest of his life, meaning gone? So I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. Was the story already planned out and the details kind of filled in as they went? Or was it kind of like, damn, we made Gon super strong type thing, but we can't have him like be dead. We can't kill the little kid off. How do we kind of, rectify this? It looks like there's debate on both sides. Ass pull, not ass pull, makes sense, doesn't make sense, was first, didn't come first. And I don't know if we'll ever kind of get a direct answer unless the author tells us himself. I will say, though, they did a very good job with the Iluka storyline, because it really didn't hit me like, wow, is this a plot point? Is this just a plot device to heal Gon? Until Gon was being actually like physically healed in the moment. Until then, the story was so deep on like the requirements and what you can fulfill and who dies around you. Like the story was written so good in that aspect that like it didn't hit me that like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Like she's just here to heal this man. So I thought how we got to the end point was good. Was it always gonna be that way? I have no idea. I wanted to see maybe Periston's ability or how he got to the point of being vice chairman, because it seems like is he a Zodiac himself? Is he part of that original group, or how did he become vice chairman? It looks like he really, really did care for the chairman. I never got answers as far as would Periston hinder progression enough to the point that Netero would die? Because he looked like he generally cared for that man, Netero. So much so that they loved playing the game, the back and forth. But like when shit hit the fan and Netero, like this is life or death, Netero really needed something, backup, a preliminary force, better hunters. Maybe if the Zodiacs were on the scene, things could have gone over smoothly. Would he supply that aid? Or no, this is a back and forth game. I love making things difficult for him. I don't know. I'm wanting to see some Gon and Ging reaction or interactions, and kind of get reasoning from Ging on why as to why he did the things he did. We kind of got a little bit of like him just dropping Gon off back on the island and saying, "I'm out of here. This isn't for me." But like, why? And he left clues. Did he want it so that his son would become stronger? Did he want to see his son's potential? Like, are we going to get an explanation on why Ging did the things he did and made it so difficult? And just, I don't know what Ging does or how he does what he does, but he looks like he always has some kind of foresight, or he says he reads people or something like that. If he knew the gravity of Gon's situation in the hospital bed, there's no way he could have known. I mean, maybe, I don't know. There's no way he could have known that there would be this kind of extraterrestrial power that not even somebody with Nen can do. It would take something like ungodly to heal him. But that's what he went off of. That's what Periston went off of. That's what the whole kind of arc went off of between those two in the whole kind of like political chairman type thing, on a hunch that Ging knew that everything with Gon was going to be fine. How he could even have that thought, I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and do it. I'm only going to do this one more time after this. But again, even if you're going to be in the live stream, and if you're not, any question, comment, theory, concern, favorite, not favorite, best arc, fight, characters, whatever, any questions regarding Hunter x Hunter, leave them in the comments. So you've got from now, when you guys see this at noon on Friday, till about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Leave your questions. After I watch episode 148, I'll pull those up. We'll go over all of them. We'll talk about it, and we'll close the chapter on Hunter x Hunter, at least for reactions. I'm sure it'll be brought up in podcasts and stuff that I do. But as far as the anime, that will be it. So let's go ahead and do it. Episode 147, titled Salvation in Future. We are at the 2-minute, 20-second mark, pressing play right now. Salvation in Future. And then I want to see what happens with the Killua family. Like, are they going to be less strict? Like, are they going to accept Iluka? Like, what's going to happen? I'm sure they're still going to be in the assassination business, but like, is she part of the family now? Was the mom and everybody crying when they saw what was going on? Or who the hell is this? Oh, we haven't seen this bitch boy in a while. Is this grown-up Kite? I don't even know how Kite is still like alive slash a thing slash a girl. I haven't seen this dude in forever, like 50 plus episodes. Protecting? My job was to get rid of people. Underground hitman? The interesting pivot we're doing here. Who's the girl? A sister? A relative? Seems more of the author's kind of thoughts on the world here we're getting in this episode. Well, stop doing them. Does she speak? Came back to life. We're getting a lot of information here. feel like we're getting every single soundtrack I've heard in all 147 episodes put into this segment right here. I've heard every OST in these 5 minutes. Another soundtrack. Can't tell what to make of her. It's not the same girl, but it. So how does Not gonna lie to you there, bro. My man lost me. And who's this chick? She has enough skill that, because clearly, does he? Do we know if he knows Nen or not? Oh, it is cut. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, that is. How the fuck did she? What? How'd she get so big so fast? What's past, like a month? Okay, you done lost me there, Bucko. She was like 3 the last time we saw her. The beginning of this arc, like 15 episodes ago. We know a decade or so hasn't passed. I'm still, even when you guys let me know that it actually is Kite, I still don't get it or understand how he got reincarnated or what. I have no idea how that's. I don't know, because he wasn't consumed. So I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'll get an explanation here. We'll see. Gonna be no next time gone. Another soundtrack. They're putting every single soundtrack in this episode. Not even in this episode, in the first 10 minutes. There's the squad. Their character design's dope. I just still don't understand. Like, does she wield the same abilities? And you guys let me know that, like, magical wand that we saw and how it works only comes out if, like, the situation presents itself, like he's actually going to die. Or he thinks that, but, like, and it's pretty much, you know, the spins and the draws are at random. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that whole conversation the Pink Bear had lost me there. Colt. Such a missed opportunity on a character. I'd have loved more from Colt. I feel like we were cheated with Colt's character. Because I feel like what they showed us with Gon and Miriam, how they started here, and then they both ended up on complete opposite sides, is what could have been Colt's character. Stop this. Tell me that's like somewhere I'll meet you. Okay. I didn't want it to be like, hey, catch me if you can. But yeah, the whole conversation with the Pink Bear, he lost me. But speaking back to Kite, what if he actually thinks, like, some of those encounters, he might actually thought he could possibly die, but it didn't present itself. So maybe when that happens and he sees what the draw ends up being, he knows, okay, I'm not going to die. Does that make sense? Like, if I'm Kite and I really, like, internally I'm like, oh shit, like, if I don't get a, if something goes wrong here, I could die. And then say it spins him the large ass scythe, then it's like, if I'm him, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good, I'm not gonna die. Then if I go to make a draw and that magic wand comes out and I'm Kite and I see that draw, I'm like, oh, it's really about to go down. Like, I gotta be on it. I wonder if that, I don't know. Well, he doesn't have Nen, so how the hell is he getting up there? Humans are still unable to build a taller structure. All the technological advances they have here. Okay, elevator or stairs. Who is this small dude? Like climbing the Himalayas or some shit. I'd have loved to seen Ging climb that. Oh, wish him up there. Good, wish him up there. But I don't know if Killua wants to, like, use her for that. You know, hey, help him up there. Hey, send us home. Hey, get some food. I feel like Gon's getting off way too easy. If this is as far as this conversation goes. so weird seeing Gon back to this, like, so weird. To grant any wish I make. He says any. I'm gonna take it that she could do anything. Any. Prepared to spend the rest of his life protecting her, so is this where they part? Yeah, he'll leave. This is where they part, really. Wow, just like that. Hmm. I feel like the story is really hammering hard now. Like, Gon's a kid. He's just a carefree kid. You see him? He's just a kid. He's just a kid. He's just a carefree, laughing kid. Since he, like, got resurrected. I just can't buy that shit, you know? And that just wasn't enough there for me. I wonder, in the story, you guys told me that Gon is pretty much borderline non-existent slash the main character in the manga. Like, he's more just like a side thought. I wonder if they cross paths, and if so, how often? Because it's just so, I don't know. I feel like that wasn't enough. Okay, now they're showing us everything. Yeah, you could show us everything, but like that last exchange there, I feel like it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough as far as like addressing what the hell happened, you know? Like, they shared a look of like, we understand, but I mean, maybe like it's still a kids anime, or like written for that kind of like demographic, I guess. Shonen, however you want to categorize a shonen. Um, but shit, as deep as this anime got with some of the kind of world crisis things going on, um, maybe it'll happen with Ging. So Ging and Gon are gonna be the last episode, like about this man's rage and like, do you understand what you sacrificed? Are you gonna be able to live with that? Do you understand the positions you put us in? Do you understand what you did, what you said? He just said, I remember him saying I need to apologize to Killua for some of the things I said, but he never apologized. He just said, I'm sorry, and like just kind of left it at that. We don't know, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the ending between them, I don't know. I feel like it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, you know? Hmm. I feel like I wanted more. I needed more closure. And that's it. Wow. Yeah, that whole beginning part there with what, I don't know. Somebody break it down for me. I'm not even gonna go back and rewatch it. Maybe I just got lost. Maybe I'm an idiot and it was easy to follow. Um you guys break that down for me because Homeboy lost me, especially when we started going into like DNA and he's like, this is what I did before, part of the universe, just all this wild shit. Does it really even matter what he said? Probably not. It probably doesn't. Again, I think that's the author portraying some of like his kind of thoughts, worldviews. Again, like he does a lot in this anime from time to time. Wipe all that off the board. The question comes down to how the hell is that actually Kite? And like, what percentage of Kite are we saying? Like that is 100% Kite in that, just in a different body. He remembers all the conversations he's had in the past, the people he's ran into, everything he's ever said or done. Like he remembers all of that just in a different physical form. Like we're on some Orochimaru type shit. Like I just put my soul to different bodies. Like I just got a different host, but internally I'm still the original me. Does he vaguely remember what he used to be? But like if it's brought up, he can kind of remember it in more detail. I just need I need a who, what, when, where, how that happened, how it was reincarnated. Like where did the little girl even come from? Was she born of somebody? Oh no, that was the Oh fuck, that was the little twin baby. That was the king's twin baby, correct? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. That was the one that Colt took, that he was always going to look after. But how did Kite get reincarnated? Because we never saw Kite get consumed. So that's where I'm kind of lost, is how. And then what the pink bear was talking about, like, oh, she had red hair like you, and now you have her same appearance. Like, what? I don't know. I'm sure I completely got lost there, and maybe it was easy to understand. I felt like that man was going, and then he just kept taking it to like a bigger scale, and a bigger scale. Wasn't a bad episode. It leaves a lot to be. I just felt like that episode, especially the Gon and Killua. You guys let me know how you felt. I feel like it left a lot to be desired. Like I wanted more. I wanted more detail of like. And maybe we'll get some more of that next episode. I don't know what the conversation Ging and Gon are gonna have. But like looking back on everything and everything you did, Gon, and do you know why you did the things you did? Do you know why you're currently in the position you are now and why you'll never be able to use Nen again? Are you gonna accept that? Are you gonna be okay? Was it worth it? Does Gon just pack around with Ging for the rest of his life? Is Ging still gonna be like, hey, we met, but I'm off on my own. Catch me if you can. Keep up with me if you can. I'm not gonna wait for you, but if you can find me, find me. Is it gonna be like that? Because being Nenless and everything is gonna. I mean, it won't hinder. I mean, he was still able to accomplish a lot. I mean, he's like most animes. He's a child prodigy and can do all these crazy things. But now, what does Gon want to do now? Because all he did was wanting to meet Ging. Now that he has, Killua's kind of off doing his own thing. Everybody else that he kind of knows is kind of doing their own thing. And if Ging still remains Ging and kind of is like, hey, catch me if you can, does he just go back to the island with Mito-san and live out the rest of his days? Does he maybe work inside the Hunter Associate? Like, what is he? I mean, I guess I'm going to be interested to see what happens with our main character here. Even though for a while I said he hasn't been the main character, but it'll be interesting. And I guess what makes it interesting is that like the story still goes without our main character being the main character. So it's so weird to kind of remove it. But like I said, I feel like Gon's character has been removed for a while. So that transition is maybe not that weird, but I guess it's weird to me thinking that the story still continues. Because like when Naruto ends, the manga was already over, Usually that's typically how things go. The manga will be done before the anime's done, so there's no wondering like, well, what happens with the main? Like when the story's done, it's done. Here though, the story isn't really done, but if the anime never came back, it would be done. I don't know. It's just that one of those weird. It's one of those weird things. Like when the story continues in a manga, but it's done in the anime, or vice versa. It's like, how do you, what do you really decide to go with? But I guess we'll leave it there. Again, answer all the questions regarding Kite. I don't think it's spoilerish right now. You guys just let it rip. And then anything that I've ever asked, I mean, there's only one episode left. and that hasn't been answered, or maybe isn't answered until the manga, just dump it here. Any info you guys want to get out, dump it right here. And of course, on episode 148, especially if you're unable to make the live stream, just dump all the info, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns, theories, favorite this, favorite that, characters, themes, plot points, discussions, past discussions, questions, character abilities, anything, leave them in the comments on what you'd like me to specifically address about it, and we'll bring it up on stream. I mean, I feel like I thought maybe this discussion would be a little bit longer, but this is kind of one of our shorter ones again. But I feel like there wasn't much to go over there, mostly because that pink bear really lost me. He lost me a lot. I'll try to go back and rewatch it before I catch back up with you guys on Sunday. But I mean, the biggest takeaway is like, how is that kite? And then, if I just for anime only, not if like, if you've read the manga. I'm just saying, even if you're a manga reader, anime only, whatever. How did you feel just by the anime? Because I don't know what happens in the manga. For anime purposes, how did you feel with Gon and Killua's ending there? I feel like they were like beating around the bush with it, you know? Were you satisfied? You really didn't have any thoughts on it? You felt like we were kind of left hanging short? You guys kind of let me know. That's kind of another major question from this episode. The Gon and Killua ending, did it accomplish what it needed to accomplish? I'm saying no at the moment, but we'll hold out to see. And damn, I don't think unless I read the manga, I'm not going to find out what happens with the Zoldyck family from here on out with Iluka. Damn. But we'll leave it there and we'll see what happens. So we have one episode left, guys. That's wild. I remember a year ago when I'd be on episode 7, episode 3, episode 12, and I would see the episode list like, holy shit. I am never going to make it to the end of this. And by this time next week, it'll be an afterthought. In 2 days, it'll be over, you know? That's wild. Wild. But it's been a good ride. I've enjoyed it. Definitely have enjoyed it. And we'll leave it at that. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. Help me get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Patreon link is in the description. And then after this is over and we get Demon Slayer rolling, we'll kind of discuss the format of the podcast. We'll do one video, audio, but, you know, we'll just leave it there. But y'all have a good weekend. I'll catch you Sunday. Hopefully you're able to make the live stream. When I hammer down a time, probably Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, I'll know the exact time I'm going to go live. So just watch my YouTube community page like I always do. And we'll do that. Y'all take it easy, and as always,